6:45. And this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj for CN Lines. The Cabinet approval to provide rice to 2 million low-income families. The Prime Minister says that the 75th anniversary of the Independence Day should be celebrated in a way to encourage the young generation with sentiments of freedom. The Paddy Marketing Board says all arrangements have been made to purchase paddy harvest from the farmers during this Maha season. The Parliament will convene today. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party is to contest the LG polls alone. New insurance policy for the protection of female migrant workers leaving to Middle East. News overseas, U.S. authorities investigate after 2 planes nearly collided on JFK runway. In sports cricket, skipper Dashan Shanaka says Sri Lanka bowlers should learn how to take wickets on Indian tracks, and the batters also should learn to score well. And those are the headlines of the news. The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal presented by President Ranil Wickremesinghe to provide 10 kilograms of rice per month to 2 million low-income families, including some of the beneficiaries, for a period of 2 months. Accordingly, the government will purchase 61,600 metric tons of paddy to meet the requirement of 40,000 metric tons. The President's Media Division says this program is proposed to be implemented by the district secretaries and the divisional secretaries with the assistance of small and medium-scale paddy mills. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that the 75th anniversary of the Independence Day this year should be celebrated in a way to encourage the younger generation with sentiments of freedom. The youth should be enlightened with the history of national freedom struggle that took place during the colonial period in Sri Lanka. The Prime Minister made these remarks at a discussion held in Temple Trees yesterday to mark the 133rd birth anniversary of the late veteran novelist W.A. Silva. This discussion is to be held monthly under timely literary themes. The Paddy Marketing Board says all arrangements have been made to purchase paddy harvest from the farmers during this Maha season. Deputy General Manager of the board, Dumind Priyadarshana, says that the board expects to purchase paddy under a certified and reasonable price. The necessary purchasing strategy will be introduced within the next 2 weeks. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Parliament will meet today as decided by the Committee on Parliamentary Business. Accordingly, Parliament will meet every day at 9:30 a.m. during the week except Friday. The time period from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. has been allocated for questions for oral answers. The regulations published in the Extraordinary Gazette under the Import and Export Control Act and regulations in the under the Foreign Exchange Act are to be approved following the debate today from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The leadership of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the party's Politburo have unanimously decided to contest the LG polls alone. Media Secretary of the SLFP, Veerakumar Disanayake, says the party will not contest with the helicopter symbol as decided earlier. As the other parties of the proposed alliance demanded 50% and 60% from them in the nomination list, the SLFP finally decided to give them the entire 100% and to go alone for the polls. It is the best solution for the party as there was a conspiracy also to weaken the SLFP. The Commissioner General of Examinations, Amit Jayasundara, says all necessary arrangements have been made for the GC Advanced Level exam, which was scheduled to be held for the year 2022 to begin on the 23rd of January. The GC Advanced Level examination will start on the 23rd of January and continue until 17th of February. Accordingly, the exam will be held for 22 days. This year, 278,196 school candidates and 53,153 private candidates are sitting for the examination at 2,200 centres island-wide. And that's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Foreign Employment Bureau of Sri Lanka has taken steps to introduce a new insurance policy for the protection of women leaving for Middle East regional countries for domestic work. Accordingly, the employer who hires a relevant female migrant worker must obtain this insurance, and the insurance certificate must be submitted to the Foreign Employment Bureau to register the female migrant worker for foreign employment. Women domestic workers leaving for Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates can choose a suitable insurance policy from approved insurance schemes. And that was top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watchlight, the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka has approved power cuts of 2 hours and 20 minutes for the 17th and 18th of January 2023. The PUCSL stated that the power cuts will be enforced for groups A to L and P to W during this period. A 1 hour power cut will be implemented during the daytime, while a power cut of 1 hour and 20 minutes will be implemented at night. And that was Watchlight.
Coming up, world news.
First, the headlines. U.S. authorities investigate after 2 planes nearly collided on JFK runway. Italy's most wanted mafia boss Matteo Messina arrested in Sicily. Australian women's record-breaking run from continent's tip to toe. And those are the headlines. U.S. officials have launched an investigation after 2 planes full of passengers almost collided at a New York airport last week. The close call happened on Friday at John F. Kennedy International Airport between a Boeing 777 headed to the UK and a Boeing 737 headed to the Dominican Republic. One plane was about to take off while the other was crossing the same runway. The collision was averted when an air controller noticed the two. Italy's most wanted mafia boss Matteo Messina has been arrested in Sicily after 30 years on the run. Messina Denaro was reportedly detained in a private clinic in Sicily's capital, Palermo, where he was receiving treatment for cancer. He is alleged to be a boss of a notorious Cosa Nostra mafia, and he was tried and sentenced to life in jail in Absentia in 2002 over numerous murders. 5 months after setting up from the tip of Australia, marathon runner Urchana Murray Bartlett has reached the country's southern edge. The 32-year-old finished 6,300 kilometers journey yesterday, a marathon every day for 150 days. Miss Murray Bartlett sets a new record for the most consecutive daily marathons by a woman, and she has raised over $70,000 for conservation charity, the Wilderness Society. And that's world news. Development news. Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Roshan Ranasinghe says that the National Youth Services Council will take a historic decision to be open 7 days a week for the sake of the youth and to conduct the courses until 10 p.m. He said this while responding to questions raised by the journalists when the district program for the development of youth and sports activities was held in Anuradhapura. And that was development news.
Sports news is brought to you by
Sampath Bank, we present your future.
Skipper Dashin Shanaka says Sri Lankan bowlers should learn how to take wickets on Indian tracks, and the batters also should learn to score well. The third and final ODI against India ended in a 317-run defeat at Thiruvananthapuram on Sunday. Indians choose to bat first, making a massive of 390 for 5 wickets, and in Sri Lanka were bowled out for 73 in just 22 overs, and 2 players, Ashin Bandara and Jeffrey Van der Sey, got injured during the game. And that was sports news.
Go ekakiyana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dangapu hina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship eka menna the
all-new NSB Ithumitru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Pakistan Ambassador in Colombo, General Umar Farooq Burki, and the President-elect of the Federation of the Chambers of Sri Lanka's Kirti Gunawardena had met to boost trade between the two countries, a statement said. The Federation says that a detailed discussion was held on various impediments to bilateral trade and formulating a strategy to overcome the same with joint efforts. And that was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithumitru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of... For the 5th consecutive year, LOLC is awarded People's Financial Services Brand of the Year at the 2022 Slim Kantar People's Awards. As the People's Financial Services Brand of the Year, LOLC continues to place the customer first. And this has won the hearts, minds and trust of Sri Lankans, with yet another prestigious award as proof of this lasting commitment. LOLC. Imagine the possibilities.
Sri Lanka's coconut auction prices fell for the first time in 7 weeks, with average prices down 4.14% at an auction on January 12th, data showed. The average price for 1,000 nuts fell to 79,037 rupees and 36 cents from 82,452 rupees and 9 cents a week earlier at the weekly auction conducted by Sri Lanka's Coconut Development Authority. And that was Economic News.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
Weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thunderstorms will occur at several places in western, Sabarakamu, southern, central, U and northwestern provinces during the afternoon or night. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in western and Sabarakamu provinces and in Galle and Matra districts. Several spells of light showers may occur in the eastern province. A few showers may occur in the southern province in the morning hours too. And that was the weather report. And to wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The cabinet approval to provide rice to 2 million low-income families. The Prime Minister says that the 75th anniversary of the Independence Day should be celebrated in a way to encourage the younger generation with sentiments of freedom. The Paddy Marketing Board says all arrangements have been made to purchase paddy harvest from the farmers during this March season. The Parliament will be convened today. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party is to contest the LG polls alone. New insurance policy for the protection of female migrant workers leaving to Middle East. News overseas, U.S. authorities investigate after 2 planes nearly collided on JFK runway. In sports cricket, skipper Darshan Shanaka says Sri Lankan bowlers should learn how to take wickets on Indian tracks and the batters also should learn to score well. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.